everybody's
clear. And we're live?
No, we got a few minutes to go, right?
Oh, well,
nice camera.
she pressed the button. So I guess we're doing it Texas
live.
Toast style, where we like waste some time before the time.
We always waste time before this show
Okay.
starts.
See, I don't usually do that. Usually I just hit the button and go, hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So it's
You're supposed to act like you didn't realize that the last 5 minutes
If they're
was
doing it, they put it
on
on
video.
As soon as the live stream starts, they're good.
We want to give people an
Or as soon as you get
opportunity
joined.
to
So if it's
discover
joining before
us.
you do
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
And
Plus
we're all
Mark's in
talking to each
back.
other.
Mark's in the background talking.
Yeah, so yeah. He has no idea we're live, so yeah.
We're not live, are we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. It's my new shirt.
Yeah.
Dylan Talks Bone.
If you know, you know. So I guess I'll say who it is.
I was gonna just start talking as soon as you did. So
There you
like in the
You
classic,
missed it.
I know in the classic, Matt and Dylan, Matt just yells over everybody. I was gonna wait for you to go, blah blah blah. And then I said,
Yeah.
"Hey everybody, this is Matt."
I have news for you. You did.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So, hey everybody on my channel, we're doing the same thing we did last night. We've got two cameras. That one is on the wrong YouTube channel. This one is on the right YouTube channel. But we're hoping everybody's on both, and hoping that people on my channel that don't normally watch Matt's are here, because this is a really cool thing. I don't usually get to be here for these reveal things.
And just in case you don't know who Dylan is and you're watching our channel, now you do. Dylan Talks Bone.
That's right. And also, I've been here for these classes before. We've come out and done pickup winding workshops at these workshops before, but I have always been so busy with that stuff that I've actually never got to.
Have you never done a reveal video with us?
I mean, I've done a reveal video, but I was more heavily involved in the actual other building of the guitar this week than I normally am.
Okay.
Usually, me and you mess around with a side project or something, but we built, as my thumbnail says, we built 5 guitars in 5 days.
That's right.
Which is nuts.
Mhm.
And they're cool. And I believe, as your thumbnail says, this is the mostly highly anticipated, coolest reveal ever.
I took a cue from Doug Seidlitz,
Mhm.
who said that this was the most anticipated reveal he'd ever anticipated. And I did try to sneak some views in, because I put that Rick Beato was going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rick Beato is not here.
No,
But we have
His-
something that I think
his
will make-
influence is heavily here.
and I think it'll make we have 5 things to show you that'll make you go, who? So yeah.
Rick Beato.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of guitars to show you guys that we built at the ultimate guitar building workshop with Dylan, and we built 5 of them. Actually, we did 6, but we ran out of parts,
Yeah.
and we didn't know we were going to build 6. We'll show you that one too if you want.
Yeah.
Some of them are spoken for, some of them are for sale, and one of them is attached to a pre-order that's in the link in the description below. You can find out all about the new Challenger X, and it's like I said, link in the description below. It's a pre-order for $100 down. You can get your order in, and you're about to see the guitar here in a little bit. I'm not sure which one we're going to show off first.
I think we should show Mark's
We're
first.
going to show the class guitar first, right?
Okay.
The one that we built for the one that inspired
Okay,
the
sure.
class.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's start with that one then, and let me get rid of this, because Chris made me this shirt, and it. Chris.
Here, let me have my name,
Okay. Yeah.
since I'm me.
Yeah. And just in case nobody knows who you are, put it right. Yeah, there you go.
So Chris made me this shirt so that you could see the headstock. So
Yes.
oh yeah, you had one too.
So I'll hold it and make sure
That way
headstock
you can see the
is
headstock. Normally we have a black headstock, and we always have black shirts, and the headstock disappears. So Dylan, tell us what.
Yeah. So this guitar is this whole concept is something that I came up with a few years ago, and we decided to do it as a workshop, or at least this be the backbone of the idea for the workshop.
Yeah.
Notice how I got bone in there again. So,
Oh, yeah.
did you see that?
Yeah.
25.5-inch scale, like a familiar but not Telecaster shape. We made some upgraded changes over the class
So
idea.
yeah.
this
So now
week.
this did you say Batfish already? Because
Yeah.
this was your
Yes, the
Batfish
Batfish
model,
Mhm.
and it's basically, well, it's not basic. There's nothing about it that's basic.
No.
But it is essentially, if you distill it down to its most base parts, it's a Telecaster shaped like a Les Paul.
Yes.
But we wanted to make something that was so Gucci and so cool, and you get to come out and build it. And so you got to build the body, paint the body, wind the pickups, do your own hemispherical frets. We had Steve at Maximum Guitar Works build us your camera.
It's fine.
Okay, build us a super Gucci neck with roasted maple Wenge fretboard, stainless steel wheel adjust truss rod, carbon fiber graphite reinforced neck on either side of the truss rod, Hipshot. Yeah, there you go. Hipshot locking, open gear locking tuners.
And the person the person who signed up for the class got their name engraved in the back of the peg head. I'll show you here. Give me some focus. Tell me.
There it goes.
Okay.
You moved too quick. Here, let's do this. This should be.
See there? Pretty cool, right? And then I'll come over here and show the other channel. Pretty cool. And the Texas Toast Wood, Sweat, and Beers Brotherhood of Guitar Building on. And then we did a couple things that were not in the original plan, but they were just kind of running change upgrades.
Yeah.
Such as.
Oh, that's right. We went with so this was the headstock that we designed for the workshop with Steve and Dylan, and we thought, what would be cool is if we could match the color to the body.
Yep.
In the headstock there. That's pretty neat.
And then we also were like, it's Telecaster in the control layout, but let's ditch the metal plate and go with rear routed controls. So it's just classier and cleaner looking.
I think it's really neat.
And it really, really works. We did the whole Texas Toast style Frenched in dealy-do here, the jack cup and CTS pots and fancy caps.
And for the most part, we even upgraded the, we didn't upgrade from Swamp Ash. We switched from Swamp Ash to Hunter and Mahogany based on the color choice that we made. And I think it's actually really neat. Now, you're about to see one in Swamp Ash too that is also excellent.
This is where the whole Rick Beato thing comes in, because we were joking around. Well, we were not joking around. We were looking at that guitar because it was the Rick Beato signature, because it was so fascinating to so many people.
And timely, yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, I wonder what Pelham Blue would look like. And so,
because you were saying, we were like, well, what color should we paint this one?
yeah,
And I said, well, we could do black or white or sunburst or TV yellow or whatever. And I remember even saying, hell, we could even do that Pelham Blue like the Rick Beato thing. And
Ding!
yeah.
And then, so let's tell a little bit of story here. So one of the folks, Doug, Dangerous Doug, who signed up for the class, couldn't actually make it in person. So this is his guitar, and we built this guitar for him, and he doesn't even know any of this. This is just a big surprise for him, hopefully, right now. And so I knew from talking to him in the past that he wanted a Pelham Blue guitar of some sort, and he liked Pelham Blue, I think. And then the other gentleman who we'll speak to in a minute, Mark, couldn't make it for the beginning of
He was
the
going to,
class.
you're about to find out the whole story from Mark, but
Yeah.
we didn't even know if he was going to show up at all.
And so when I called him and said, hey, what do you want your guitar to be? He's like, have you ever heard of that guy named Rick Beato? And we're like, well, I guess we'll make some Pelham Blue guitars.
And then it kind of happened that we made one for Mark. We made it in ash, and we thought, if he wants it to look like the Rick Beato one, we should make another one in mahogany. And so then we had another one, and they're like, you know what, hell, if we're gonna make another one, we better make a couple more. So we ended up making
A bunch.
5 complete guitars in one body that's ready for a neck that we're waiting on from Steve. So that'll be available for sale in as soon as I get the neck.
So Doug, I get to sit here and reveal your guitar, even though I don't have your big hat, and
That's fine.
and I get to sit here and share this with you. So you're gonna get it soon. Maybe
I should get my hat. I haven't worn a hat.
want to get Mark in here next with his guitar.
Yeah.
I
Hold
will
on, I gotta
take,
get my hat.
I will take this one.
Okay, so this one's Doug's,
Yeah, this one's Doug's
and we're gonna have Mark come in and hang out with us with his guitar.
because he actually made it and was able to. He'll
Yeah.
tell you the story.
So
I'll switch.
okay,
So let's do that, and then Matt and Dylan switch in a minute, and we can talk about the pickup point portion of it.
yeah.
Dylan, does that work? Yeah.
So everybody, this is Mark, and we were not 100% sure. Yeah, make sure to get that there so everyone can see it. We weren't 100% sure that Mark was going to be able to be with us. You had a little bit of an emergency.
Pancreatitis.
Yeah, that's a kind of a bummer, man.
Yeah.
So you originally were like, go ahead and tell the story.
Well, let's see. I was planning on coming out on a Saturday, but the Tuesday before. Oh, yeah, camera's over here. Tuesday before. I came out. I was not feeling good. Went to the hospital that night, and the doctor pretty much said, rest. Don't do anything. Rest. And yeah, you'll probably be okay for the weekend. 2 days later, I'm like, I'm still feeling
I am
really
not
bad.
okay.
Like, so we canceled all the trip stuff. And, my wife and I discussed it, and she was okay with me coming out just for the partial.
Yeah, originally you were like, hey, what if I just came out and watched you guys do it?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Right.
And then we got a big surprise, and you said, actually, I'm gonna be able to make it, just not for the whole shooting match.
So I flew in on Tuesday, and I started building on Wednesday. The body was done. The body was painted, and at that point, I started working on the neck. So the cool thing about coming here is all the resources. These guys know so much about guitars. Every time I screw something up, it's like Chris is like, "Oh yeah, no problem. We can do this. We can do this. We can do that." And it's just
So
so the fellowship is great. Just coming out, hanging with the crew. That's really what I wanted to do.
what was the most fun part about doing the neck, and why was it hemispherical frets?
It's hemispherical frets. 'Cause we don't want to have to put a sock on our hand
No,
go like
no.
this, and figure out
So
where the
not-
problems are.
But that's a big. Have you ever done fret work before? I mean, like pressed in frets and.
No, I've never done.
So I can tell you that if you've never done it before at all, watch your head stuck there, man. If you've never done it at all, upgrading to the hemispherical fret is quite a big jump in difficulty. So what did you think of that? Was it
Got my
slightly
name on the
easy?
back. Well, it was doable.
Yeah.
They told me, here's what we got to do. Here's what you're going to do next. Then we applied some mathematics to it, so to make sure that the neck width minus the amount of the fret width and all that kind of stuff, and it was.
Once you got your technique down, went pretty easy. So you guys can do all this stuff. It's not like we're just throwing to the lions. This is all stuff that you can do, and we will be there with you the entire step of the way to go. Nah, you're not doing it right. No, we'll help you out, and we'll get you guys all switched on. So now, Mark, we actually built you a mahogany body.
True.
But you were like, you know what? I think the ash looks cool, and it does. It looks really good.
Nothing wrong with that.
So you got a 2-piece swamp ash body, real light, and for the other guitars we went with mahogany because we didn't know if the Pelham blue would look as neat on ash as it did. So, and as it turns out, it looks really, really spectacular. And this is the same kind of finish that is on that Mark Beato guitar. It's very, very thin. You can feel and see the grain. It's kind of like TV Pelham blue, if you will. It's not a hard piece of plastic, super, super thick finish. In fact, it's the thinnest finish we can come up with, and I guarantee you it's almost exactly like what they do at the Gibson factory to make the Rick Beato guitar. So, all right, so Dylan, switch. Ready, break. Okay.
No, you stay here, Matt, Mark. Because I want to talk to you about the other cool thing about this.
Did I mention I get to wind pickups?
There you go. Yeah. So, what did you think of that?
Again, it's just like something I could never do on my own, but with an expert here, it's just like no problem. Building a guitar, build a pickup, these guys have the skills, and it's just
You're gonna go home and make a bunch now?
no.
No. No, I'm glad you dig it. And they sound. Chris and I and you, everybody was playing this guitar
It
earlier.
stays in tune, it's just
Yeah, good.
That's
Good. I'm
You know,
glad.
when I was growing up, guitars never stayed in tune. Now I know that it's mostly the setup, not the hardware. But
Yeah, no, it's a cool guitar.
It's-
I really, really dig
so
it.
yeah, I
Feels good.
wanted the telly look, and we got the telly control knobs and the three screws in the back, kind of hold the neck on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, no neck plate, so it's super
Yeah.
classy looking. A roasted maple neck with that Wenge fretboard, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, cool. Well, I'm glad you dig it. I'm glad you were able to wind your own pickups too, and
Thank you.
have some fun.
Yeah, that's pretty
Cool. You want to get another guitar in here?
Yep.
Sure.
Let's
Which
do
one
it.
you want to do?
Am I out?
Yeah. Let's switch. We'll switch out again.
You can just go run it.
Oh,
Run
you
it.
want- oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Guitar number 3.
Here, you hold it.
Oh, I hold it, and
Yeah, so that
you
way people can see
headstock
the
it.
headstock.
There we go. See how that works?
So-
What am I looking at here?
Yes. This is Challenger X number 4, Mark 1 Mod 2.
Oh,
There's a Mod 1 floating around here somewhere.
cool. So it's a Challenger.
So this is a Challenger, and this is something that Matt and I were kind of playing around with.
I will say, Chris does fantastic bursts.
Oh, thanks.
He didn't do this one, but
No,
he
he
does
didn't.
fantastic
This was Matt's
bursts.
burst.
Matt actually
Matt
did this one.
Matt can actually paint stuff too. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize that. But the whole idea of this one, I think, was everybody knows Telecasters are fairly economical to put together because there's so many parts for them.
Mhm.
And so, Tele bridge, Tele pickup,
Mhm.
Tele pickup, kind of Tele-esque kind of stuff,
Mhm.
only with pick guard. Just an economical kind of a Challenger kind of a thing. And we started it and stopped it and then finished it up this week.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the neck is really nice.
Mhm.
Maple and rosewood, I'm assuming.
Yep, maple and some sort of dark wood. Yeah,
Brown.
Texas Toast limited edition. Yeah, what color you want? Light or brown? We didn't blow this off. Yeah, that's
Done.
better.
Done.
It's not any better.
Yeah, and it's the son of a turtle pick guard, and really, really cool. Really cool hardware.
Yeah.
And this guitar is available now.
It's not on the website, but it is available for purchase right now. It'll be up. We'll put it up this weekend.
Send us
Cool.
a note. Say, I want the little brown
I
one.
want the little brown one.
Yeah, yeah. We have other brown guitars on the website, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, send me that Challenger thing that's brown.
Ooh,
All right.
My favorite is about to
All right,
show
here,
up.
let's swap out.
Okay.
Go.
I like it.
So in the interest of doing even more Pelham Blue guitars, this one was okay, can you hear that? That's the typing, the feverish typing of people on the internet saying, well, had I known I could have done this, I'd have totally come out."
Yeah.
So this is essentially your Batfish guitar.
It is the Batfish guitar, and we flipped the template upside
Yeah,
down.
and so we made a double cutaway out of it.
Yeah.
And we went ahead and put a trim on it instead of the hardtail or the Telecaster bridge, and why not? So we also beveled the neck in there. So I don't even remember what this was one of those things where Matt and Dylan get together and crazy stuff happens.
Well, yeah, and the idea was each person who came to the class or signed up for the class was going to have a guitar built, and then we were going to build an extra one,
Mm-hmm.
which is this one. And so this one doesn't have anybody's name on the back of it because this is the one this was the extra one.
Yeah.
And then we were like, well, let's just not build another Batfish, especially when we knew we were doing all Pelham Blue. Let's do something super special. So it's a special.
Super special.
Super special.
Super.
Only it goes.
Well, yeah. So we put the talent bar on there, but it's got the Gucci neck. It's got the roasted maple neck with the wangi fretboard, stainless steel wheel adjust truss rod,
Yep.
carbon fiber graphite reinforced neck. Again, Honduran mahogany, two-piece Honduran mahogany body in Pelham blue DTF. Two P90s.
I
And-
wound these P90s.
Yep.
So since there was no other folks that actually came in person, all the other P90s, I just went ahead and wound them.
So, and then we went with the Strat Tram, which I think is
I think it
cool.
looks great.
And we basically did the exact same control layout on
Mhm.
all of them. And Chris, would you hand me that guitar up there? The neat thing about all of these is that they are interchangeable, and you get to pick. So like Doug's is a wider nut. It's 1 3/4
He likes
versus
that bigger.
1 11/16 or whatever this is. But all the hardware is the same. So if anybody wanted to come, and you could do whatever, we were originally just going to do the Batfish, but we thought, well, let's do all of them be the you can make whatever you want. So this was one that we made. We didn't have another neck, so
Yeah.
we're gonna get Steve to build us a neck, and then this will be
Well, and this guitar was originally going. We made the Swamp Ash one for Mark before he came out.
Yep.
And then you were like, if
you
it's-
and I were sitting at coffee
Yeah.
on Tuesday morning.
we're like, if it's gonna look like coffee, if it's gonna look like what we want it to look like, it should be mahogany. So we made a mahogany one. And then he actually liked the Swamp Ash one. So now
Which
we have
I like
extra.
the Swamp Ash one too. Yeah.
So these two guitars are also currently available.
Yeah. So this one we're getting a Gucci neck.
Imagine the rest of it.
Yeah, we're getting a Gucci neck for this, and this will be available on the website probably by the end of next week.
Yep.
So it'll just be out there and Dylan pickups, Hipshot bridge. Hell, you could just put whatever neck you wanted on there. Yeah.
And then this guitar is available now, basically.
Yep, that one is available for purchase now. Again, not on the website yet because we kind of ran out of time to do that. But it will be on the website in the available guitar section by the end of the weekend.
Are there any questions? Because people are probably wanting to know.
Does anyone believe that I did that burst?
Yes, they were giving compliments.
Oh, no, they don't believe that I did it right. Chris did that. I didn't. No, I actually did do that. Yeah.
I saw it. I watched it.
In fact, you came into the paint booth and said, "Hey, no big deal or anything, but the SWAT team's here."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You were actually painting that guitar
When you were holding that one, somebody said, "Sweet, how much?"
For
Are we talking
which?
about
This one.
price yet?
I don't even know
Okay.
what the price on this
check
one
the
is going to
website.
be.
I would probably tomorrow. for
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then could someone make one with a Mastery Bridge vibrato?
sure. Why not? Yeah. If you wanted to come to the next ultimate build with Dylan, and here's the thing, you get all of this stuff. You don't have to use it. If
Right.
you want to show up with a mastery bridge, great. Go
Mhm.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. You absolutely can.
And that class is in March. That workshop is in March, and I
Mhm.
think there's 1 or 2 spots left.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, if you wanted to, so you get the Gucci neck that Dylan and Steve worked out. You get to do the hemispherical frets. You get the Hipshot tuners. You get to wind your own pickups. It's either a P90 or 2 P90s or a P90 and a Telly
And a
bridge.
Telly Yep.
You get either the Hipshot hardtail or a Telly standard
Mhm.
compensated bridge. If you want, you get all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you wanted to bring your own bridge and say, "Yeah, I want this mastery thing," go ahead, rock on.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
bring it, and we'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get all this other stuff.
Exactly.
So you don't have to show up with anything, or if you want to show up with a bunch of parts, you can.
Yep.
But yeah, and then you get to paint it any color you want, basically. So
As
now,
long as it's blue this week.
yeah, this particular week or sunburst, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you could choose whatever color you wanted. We really like this Pelham blue, so we just went with all Pelham blue.
Mhm.
In fact, we've got one more guitar to show you. Maybe Chris and I can talk about that.
Yeah, I will
And-
pop out of here.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch chairs with you.
You got super chat from Dave Hulkinson.
Hey Dave, how you doing?
$10.
$10 from Dave.
Happy Friday, he says.
Happy Friday to you too, brother. I was working on your guitar earlier today.
Let's swap.
Okay.
You want
So-
me to take that?
Sure.
So this is the final thing that we built, and we make sure we got Chris's headstock shirt in there. So this is a guitar that I didn't know I wanted to build,
And you didn't know you were going to like.
and I didn't know I was going to like
at
it
one
either.
point.
Yeah. But we thought, why don't we build something? And what do you think of this? This is
Actually,
a Challenger
it's
body.
cool. So last week's reveal, we showed off the special SNS.
Which is still that one's not. You can still
You
buy
can still
that.
buy that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Christ.
Should I
And,
scooch over?
That's right.
Yeah, and this was maybe an iteration right before that.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about building this guitar. And at some point, you decided you weren't really
Sounds
down with it. And we built the Saturday Night Special.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to do a Challenger with a Fender style neck.
Yeah.
But then we put this one together, and I actually really quite like it. And Dylan and Chris and I came up with a new idea for a pre-sale event, and it's this guy right here, the Challenger X.
Mhm.
It's on the website right now. You can buy a guitar a lot like this one on the website right now for only $100 down. So let me tell you what it comes with. Honduran mahogany body, maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, Hipshot open gear locking tuners, Hipshot hardtail bridge, or for an extra $100, the Hipshot trim. It comes with 2 humbuckers built by Dylan. It comes with, but yeah, it's basically your standard, our standard Challenger. Now, Chris doesn't know this, but it comes in any color you want. Sunburst, black, white, natural, Pelham blue, red, orange. I'm trying to remember some of the things. You want,
Dusty Rose.
you want dusty rose, you want purple, you want green. So any of the colors that you guys told me you liked in the poll that I put out the other day, you can get this guitar in any of those colors. You just have to let me know. And like I said, if you want the trim, it's only an extra Honda. It comes with the pick guard. It's not screwed down. It comes with 3 screws. You can screw it in if you want, or you can take it off and
Go naked.
and go naked. So
I think the game changer on all these guitars was the pick guard.
pick guard
On
looks
this
cool, yeah.
model. So
So what do you think of the Challenger X, Chris?
I like it. It's a cool guitar. We've talked about it a lot this week. I'm down with it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
So
And
we're
I-
actually
I-
doing this in conjunction with Steve at Maximum Guitar Works and Dylan and Leslie from Dylan Talks.
Yeah, and it's funny because last week we were talking about how that guitar, the Saturday Night Special, black only. Don't ask,
Mhm.
black only.
But it's a less money.
Right, and it's less money. This guitar is a tick more,
Mm-hmm.
way cooler as
Mhm.
far as I'm a fan of the Hipshot
It's just got.
hardtail bridge.
I don't know
I'm a
that
fan of
it's
the
cooler.
Hipshot.
It's just got more features.
Well, yeah, and that to me that means slightly cooler.
Okay.
You can pick color.
Because there's nothing wrong with the Saturday Night Special.
Oh, absolutely not. No, no.
But this, but this just has more features. Comes with a case and shipping
Gig
for
bag and case.
yeah
Or
for
gig bag and case. Sweet.
gig bag and case.
Yeah, gig
I-
bag.
I
and
want to say
shipping.
that it's on the website right now. You can pre-order for $100 down.
Mhm.
It's like $1,700 for this guitar, any color that you want. If you want the trim, it's another Hondo, shipped in the continental United States with a gig bag.
Yep. So this one doesn't have Dylan pickups in it right now, right?
Well, no, it doesn't, but
It
that's
will
what
by
it
the time
will.
it leaves, yeah.
Yeah. And so, well, I wanted to make everybody aware
Ah,
of that.
okay, okay.
That this guitar right now has placard placeholder pickups in it
Mhm.
right now.
Mhm.
But it will. We're shipping it back with Dylan. He's
Yep.
gonna strap it to the front bumper,
It's gonna be
and
good.
no, we're gonna give him a
Yeah, so this guitar is available
all
right
back.
now. If you really want to buy this guitar because you like the color,
Yep.
and we'll
Yeah.
put Dylan pickups in it. And yes, ma'am.
And then
Bobby
we'll
Dill, another
ship it.
super chat. He said, "How about pink on the last Challenger X?"
Yeah, you could absolutely do pink on the Challenger X.
Mhm.
Any color you want, even if we don't have it.
I see burgundy mist.
I think this is really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure that I like the other Challenger X Mark 1 Mod 2 with the big pick
The
guard,
sunburst?
but we had
Yeah.
a couple of people that were like, I like it except for I don't like the pick guard. Well,
the pick guard, or was it the pick guard color?
they
So
said
was it
no.
just
They
the
said
pick
no
guard?
pick guard.
Yeah.
So if you wanted that guitar in sunburst with no pick guard, here you go. We'll be happy to make one of these for you. and do it in sunburst, or do it in yellow, or do it in gold, or
This is
or
mod
silver.
1. That was mod 2.
Yep.
Mod 1 might be the winner.
Is there any other stuff going on over there? Any questions? Okay.
All right.
Just wanna make sure. Cool.
Well, it's been super, super cool to have all of you guys hang out with us, especially Mark. I didn't know if he was going to be able to make it, and it was really nice to have him be here with us for some of the time. So thank you to Mark for hanging out with us. Thank you to Doug, who is one of the patron saints of Texas Toast Guitars, who really wanted to get in on this but just couldn't make it this time. Thanks to everybody who hung out with us last night at Odyssey Beer Works. Brian, Jim, Leslie, Chris, and Dina from Odyssey Beer Works. Your sister Beth came into town. So yeah, it's been a really fun week, and it was yeah. There's no way we could have done what we did had this class been full. So for the March workshop, it's going to be nuts because we're not going to be able to. Yeah, it's just going to be.
We probably, yeah. This was a different week as
Mhm.
far as classes go.
Yeah.
So,
Got a lot done, and I'm super. This is really cool. And actually now, what do we have? 1, 2, 3,
5 and a half.
4 guitars available right now.
No, 3 because Doug's and Mark's are going home.
we have 5.
Oh, that one telly with the
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's really cool to be able to come up with some neat ideas, and hopefully people love it.
So guys, if you want to get in on the Challenger X build, that deal is going through October 31st. So it's just a little over a month. For $100 down, you can get in on the ground floor of this super cool little guitar, and for the low price of $1,700 shipped with a case or dig bed, whatever it is. And like I said, if you want the Hipshot trim, it's an extra $100. So
Cool, man.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. So Dylan, what's your plan? You got to get on the road.
As soon as we hit the off button, we are jumping into module and driving across the country.
I am going to hit the off button and drive across the street to the house. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for having us again.
Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us. It's always
Really
it's
fun.
always fun to hang out.
It's
with
awesome.
y'all. So yeah.
We'll see you.
Okay, guys. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Cool. Awesome.